Now, I keep showing you my hairline is the same, right? The hairline in the head, right? Okay, the top of the head is here, idiot. What you're seeing is called an optical illusion because of the camera, right? Okay, right here, it has a little higher spot. Yes, yes. But it's not going higher, right? It's staying the same, right? Right here, it's higher, right? Right here is edged the same, right? On the left side, it's lower, right? That's where you're seeing the illusion, right? Of hair loss, right? Right here is lower than this part of the hair, right? What, right? But it's called an optical illusion, right? An optical illusion where it appears differently in a camera angle, right? Because the camera is not, what's the word, 3D? It's not a 3D camera, idiot, right? But what it does do, right, as the hair grows out more, right, it becomes fuller on top, right, here. It looks in an illusion, right? And an illusion is what a magician does, right? With their hair, too, right? Okay. Because of the different thickness, right. Okay, it's coming from the same spot, by the way, right? Now, it's way lower here, right? See that? Right. This is way lower, and where you're seeing the illusion of male pattern baldness, right? See, this here area is always a little higher, right? For most being on the right side or left side, right? Now, it's when this here, right? Here, right? See how thin that is, right? Starts actually receding, right? I know that, right? That it's actually receding. But see, it's not, right? That's hair, right? You're stubborn about it, right? I'm 54 years old. My hair's always been this way, right? It ain't changed, right? In 54 years. Even when I was a kid, I can still style it like when I was a kid, right? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm just letting it grow out Jesus Christ style, right? Idiot. And that's a biblical thing. It's not antichrist to have long hair, right? I know. It's anti-Roman. If you're a Roman man, you couldn't have long hair, right? Certain people cut their hair as part of their routine, right? Romans were one of them, right? Yes, they were. The men kept their hair cut short, and the women had their hair long. Yes. Paul's talking about that in the Bible. Now, what he's also saying, though, is there's the vow of the Nazarites, where the male or female can let their hair grow out all over their body, even women, right? And even underarm hair, even leg hair, right? You let it all grow out. Okay? And you don't shave none of it until the fulfillment of your Nazarite vow, right? Okay, you don't shave nothing. Ladies or men. Ladies or men. That's the one vow where both men and women don't have to shave nothing. At all, on their body. They don't touch their hair with a razor. Right? Now, back then they used razors, right? These are sharp bladed brass or, yeah, iron during the Iron Age. Now, that at first it was brass, right? Then it was the bronze, which is tin and brass, right? Or copper, right? And tin, something like that, I think, right? There's a way to make it all, right? Right. And there is an iron ore called brass, right? I think, maybe one of them is made by copper and tin, right? Right. Which are two different metals, right? Right, right. And the most abundant material at the time, right? Then they learned about iron ore, especially the Romans, Their blades were what was superior, right? Why do you think the Japanese sword holds up well, even with a damn, you know, double-edged blade, right? It's made out of steel. It's wrapped a bunch of times, right, right. It's not just a piece of metal, right, right. And the bracing is in the hilt, right, too, right. If you understand Japanese and broadsword weaponry, right, right. As well. And the reason I know that is I got mainly Japanese swords right over there in the corner, right? And like I told you, I always lock that top latch. You're not getting in unless you're a female. And if you're getting in, how is the door being locked back? The angel is locking it back. Right, on the way in. Because see, over there um, in front of the door, I have my, um, what do you call it, basket? My laundry basket, right? See, that's so someone can't just walk into the back door when I'm home, right? Mm-hmm. Even if the garage is easy to open, right? You can't just walk in and not wake me up, right? Or sneak into my house through the garage or something, right? If I'm home. Now, if I'm not home, you're gonna disturb the laundry basket when you try to get in. You understand? Now, if I'm locked out, that's how I get in. I push the laundry basket up and then I push it back against the door, dummy. Right. That's proof I came in the house and only me and only you. That's how I know if someone comes in the house or not. Right. I got the laundry basket, which is easy to push up. Right. But if you're trying to get in, you're going to feel the resistance to the door. Right. There's something in front of the door. You're not going to know what it is, but there's something in front of the door. Right. You're not supposed to push into my house or you're breaking it in. Right. You understand that? That's illegal. To break into my house. Now, like I told you about the remote, someone either stole it or I hid it from myself. Right. The reason you hide your remote from yourself is someone's came by. And you're trying to make sure you know who that person was, right? I told you this before, right? If I'm hiding my remote and I have to use the TV to damn locate it, right? Which is the only other way to locate it, right? And it beeps in a different area, right? I hear my own remote from myself, right? Because someone came by unexpectedly and I didn't know if I would know they were there or not, right? And I wanted to know if they were there or not, right? Now, I didn't tell them I'm going to have the remote, right? Until they came and then left, right? You understand why that, too, right? Alright, right. You don't tell the person, hey, baby, I'm going to have my remote if you come to my door and we make love, and then prove you were here. You don't tell her that. You let her come on by and make love to her, and then she can leave whenever she wants to leave after the sex, right? Now, I include massage therapy as part of my sex, after or before the sex, right? Mm-hmm. if we get to it now. Right. I usually start with the sex part with kissing on the mouth, like in Song of Solomon, to kissing on the ears, blowing in the ears, right? Then the neck, then the boobies. I don't just suck them, I motorboat them, I buzz them, right? Like, I know, which would make them feel good. And then I go down, I play with your belly a little bit, and I'll also massage your boobs while I'm licking you. Where at? Where at? You know where at. You know where at. Now, if I didn't do that with Molly, she didn't let me. We didn't get to that part yet. Molly, that was your choice. That was your choice. You stopped the sex part after the first hump. The jump on top, right? You jumped on top, right? Now, you know, if you're going fast and I ain't done it in a while, what's going to happen? You're going to come fast. I'm going to come fast, right? Within 2 minutes, right? Now, I didn't say we had to stop, but we did it unprotected. You said you didn't want to get pregnant, honey. So, once without a condom, right, you may or may not get pregnant. It depends on if you're ovulating or horny, right? See, I'm a little worried because we were watching the Cinemax, right? This is real life, people. This is not imaginary. Okay, we're watching Cinemax at night, you know what I mean? An adult movie. And then I feel her, and she's wet. She is on top, right? 2 minutes later, I'm coming, right? And I'm like, whoa, okay, right? We better get some protection if we want to keep doing this, right? Well, by the time I got the protection, and we went to walk, I mean, Waffle House, Waffle House. And we got back, right? She didn't want the sex anymore. Or to use a spermicide or anything, right? Well, yeah, I'm worried I got you pregnant. You never told me you're transgender or anything. And you were wet. I know what that means. I know what that means. See, transgender women can't get wet. That what really is going on is they use lubrication. They use lubrication. So unless you already lubed, if you know what I mean, right? See, trans women use lubrication, right, before the sex, right? It's called lube, right? The reason is their vagina isn't a real vagina. It's part of their butt, right? It's part of the colon, right? Mm-hmm. What the doctor does is he takes the colon and makes it seem like it's a vagina and cuts part of the colon and attaches it back, right? And then makes that into a makeshift vagina, right? It's not a real vagina. It don't get wet. The butt gets wetter than the vagina, by the way. The reason is something comes out of it. Now, if something comes out of it and it lubes that thing, right? Now, this is why some people go gay and say gay too. When you're having sex, it can lube it, right? Even in the butt. You know what I mean. Now, some people may know what I mean. Not all. No. Some, like me, are butt phobic. I don't want you to touch my butt. Not even for a colonoscopy. And I don't feel comfortable using a turd to check my, right, you know, blood stool level, right, whatever the hell that is, right? Or for colon cancer. I'm not worried about that. Right. Really, I'm not. Really, I'm not. I don't put nothing up the butt that comes out the butt but poop. And that works fine. If you know what I mean. It comes out good. When it comes out good. I don't have problems doing number 2. I ain't constipated. Right. These are medical terms, by the way, too. That's why I'm trying to keep it PG-13. And yet we're talking about a function you learn in the 6th or 7th grade in school. Oh, no. Now, for real young children, this is why I put for adults only. No kids, no children. On most of my videos, I talk about adult subject matter. And again, you might get lube more naturally in the butt if you're a male than in the vagina if you try to become female. Right. But what I mean is the reason is something does come out your butt that has to be lubed. Right. The same lube in the butt is the same in a woman's vagina. Right. It's the same lubrication. Right. The reason is, though, right, okay, one, something was made for something to go inside of it, right, and impregnate it, and have a baby with it, right, okay, fingers work too, ladies, come hither. The top is where the G-spot is. Come here, baby. Come on over, baby. Now, Michelle's a general name, right? I know 3 Michelles, right? Michelle from Chinatown, Michelle from Orchid, and maybe Michelle from Comcast. Maybe Michelle from Comcast. Though I can only apologize to what happened and explain it after the fact, right? But she consented or nothing would happen either, right? Now, did I have her in the spot? Yeah, I had her in the spot. Where she either had to consent to the sex or fix the cable or leave. Now, either way, it's embarrassing, right? If I show up half dressed, right? As I was trying to put on my shorts anyway, and she said not to worry about it. Maybe I figured, well, I'll go ahead and let her on these and then put on my shorts. Probably. After I learned her name was Michelle. Maybe. If I asked her what's her name through the door. Oh, hey, this is Shay. What's your name? Something like that, right? And see, I was waiting for somebody, and I would hear him pull up in the yard or the driveway, you know. And I tried to leave enough room for them to pull in, right? And if I remember correctly, she was parked in the driveway. Yeah, she was. After I came to, 20 minutes later or so, 25, right? And by the time, okay, she was supposed to be fixing the cable, I backed out, right? And came to quickly, right? But if we did the sex, how long does it take you to get dressed? Generally 5 minutes, right? Take 5 minutes from 20 to 25 minutes. What do you get? Right. 20 to 15 minutes. Is that enough to have sex with anyone? Yeah. Even with foreplay, right? 15 to 20 minutes is generally with foreplay, right? Enough time for sex, right? I don't deny wanted sex with her just by knowing it was a female named Michelle. Maybe. But I'll still check with her if she wanted the sex too, right? And gave her 3 options, right? 1, you can just leave, right? 2, right? You can fix the cable and us have sex. 3, or you can just fix the cable and I'll get dressed, right? And I'm sure from a certain point I had my shorts in my hand. And if she went into the bedroom with me, which is where we have the sex, right. What is she doing? Consenting, right? Even if it's on the spot, I'm putting her, right? Right? The first thing I would do is ask her if I could kiss her. Now, if I kiss you, you don't feel nothing, don't feel good, we can stop right there, right? That's all you tell her, right? And you can go about doing the kibble. Right? If I kiss you and you let me go forward from there, you're consenting to the sex, right? Especially if I go down on you, like I said, right? And I told you that too, right? I know. And that became a 1-day stand, though, too, because at the end, that's when you changed your mind, picked up the stick, knocked me over the head, got dressed, and left. Yeah. See, that's you assaulting me after the consensual sex, right? Now, here's the problem, right? During that time, what did I tell you? You can say no at any time. You can say no at any time, even if I'm inside of you, right? Did you say no until I finished? No. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. You let me finish. By doing that, it became consensual sex, right? Especially if I went down on you, too, and was playing with your boobies and me knowing me. You're not the only woman I made love to before. Now, I guess you want me to laugh. Either. Unless you want to be the last, right. And then that's on you. And then that's up to you, right? But the 1 day I gave you enough room to say no, right? Especially when you were licking me, especially when I thought I was licking you, right? And buzzing you. You showed me something different. I showed you something different than most men do. I told you that, right? And I consented and you consented, right? Even if you changed your mind after, when I was, getting off of you, right? And give you enough room to get up and get dressed, and then you're supposed to fix the cable, right? Which is still why I gave you a 7, right? As far as rating your performance for fixing the cable when she didn't fix them. I know we must have did something different than you for 20 minutes to pass or more. Now, who's sorry now? You. And I keep telling you that. An optical illusion is because you're focusing on what you were told about hair loss, right? Not on what an unusual hairline is, which is really what I have, right? See, this side's lower, right? I showed you this before, right? This side is higher, right? To here, right? Then it goes down, right? but it's not receding. Receding means it's going off the scalp. This is still my scalp, right? By the way, it's not going higher or lower, right? It's the same as in the book. So I keep showing you the book, right? See, that one right there, or that one right there. Right there, where I'm in my Jesus Christ t-shirt, right? Same hairline. See. McIntyre, Drew McIntyre, or one of the WWE wrestlers, are probably dealing with the same thing at our age. Seth Rollins, right, for example, right? Any man in my age bracket, CM Punk, right? Any guy dealing with hair loss, you notice it pretty much in your 30s, right? If you really have it, right? Before you're 30, you've done lost it, right? If you ain't lost it by 50, you're not going to lose it, right? By the way. No, you're not. And the angel is against human hair. Long or short? Long or short. It knows we're hairy creatures. Not as hairy as, say, an orangutan or a gorilla or chimpanzee, right? Which are our closest relatives, but do they have 2% more DNA and we have 2% less? Right. See, you say our difference is 2%, right? But I didn't hear till recently that we got 46 and they got more. They got 48, fool. You don't think that's a sex thing with an angel? Right. We weren't supposed to have sex with, right? We got 2 less genes than a monkey. No. We're missing 2 genes were tied together, right? Maybe the scientists are right, and that's our problem. Now that we know about DNA, we might can do something about it. Who knows? But, it's got to help everybody the same, right? And see, this is the problem with the novel about a society where they learn how not to age, right? And to look younger and to stay young and looking and right? Okay, the problem becomes what? Overpopulation. Where do we go from here now that all of the children are growing up? And how do we spend our time if nobody gives it a damn? Remember this song from the radio? I don't want to stay here no more. I don't want to stay. Now, there's no music, right? That's an impersonation of the artist. And I'm teaching you to sing educationally like the artist. As we learned to do in school. When we were in high school. Yes. Junior high. And some elementary school. Yes. Now, if you sing, and you're singing, and you're not using a machine, by the way, and something's not helping you sing, right, and it's really you, that's not the problem, right? Problem is when it's not you singing, right? Even if you can sound like Mariah Carey, right, or Minnie Riperton, loving you is easy 'cause you're so beautiful. Okay. if I can, why? One, I don't know if me and you can really do it or not. I don't know her personally. I'm worried she can't do it. And then I'm doing it and she can't really do it. I know. But if she can really do it, and I can do it too, can I do it too? Right. So that becomes the question, right? Can you hear our mic can do it? Right. How about if I go higher? You heard that song before on Star Trek. Yes, you have. There was some kind of monster that was making that sound when it did something. Or Eon the Terrible. Eon the Terrible. I heard some monster do that. All right, I better. All right, this is 30 minutes, so this is going to be a long time to upload, right? But if I'm teaching you educationally, and it's a song, how do you teach the song? You sing it back, right? When you're in school and you're learning a song, right, and you're singing it without music, right? How do you sing it back without music, right? Who's it for? Mariah Carey? You know? Minnie Riperton's daughter? Maya Rudolph? See, I didn't know she was Minnie Riperton's daughter. Because I only knew her as Minnie Riperton, not Minnie Rudolph, which is her maiden and married name. Right. Now I know who Maya Rudolph's mom is. That's another reason I'm not quite doing it, but I'm going close to it, right? Is I know the girl's mother is Minnie Riperton, right? I just didn't know that. No. So recently, actually. Way after she got off SNL, right? But while she was on there, I didn't know who the hell she was. Like everybody else, I guess, right? But that's called giving someone a break whose mother was already in the business, right? That's called letting someone in because they're on your chain of command, right? There's someone you think you can work with or not, right? You can work with me. Come on, silly. Are you hearing it? No. What am I doing, Slowly Shorty? See, for a male, is it easier or harder to sing in that range? It's harder. Not all males can do it, but about 5 or 6 on your fingers really can do it. Really can do it. Can you hear it though? Yeah. See, I'm not doing anything special. There's no filters. There's no. It is my voice. Yep. Now the thing is, even with Adam Perez or whatever his name was, Lopez or whatever, right? It seemed like something clicked during one of his performances, right? It's real hard to do that, right? And, for anybody, with or without being sick, right? First time I did it, I was sick, right? Now I'm learning to do it without being sick, right? But I'm working on it, right? It ain't easy all the time, right? It's not a voice you can just, if you're a male, just snap and go into it, right? That's close to it, then. That means my vocal cords can do it, but I'm also afraid. See, that's another thing about a male doing it versus a female doing it, right? It's more uncomfortable for me, right? That's why I can sing like Heart, too. What about love? Don't you want someone to care about you? What about love? Don't let it slip away. Is that better? No, it's better. What about love? I only want to share it with you. You might need it someday. Sounds like Ann or Nancy to me. It does too, right? So I'm learning to sing like a woman, and I'm teaching you I'm a man who can sound like a woman, but what does that mean? I've got a true androgynous voice? Yes, that's what that means. That's true androgyny if I can sound like a female. And a male. Let's pick Michael Jackson for the male part, right? The Billie Jean is not my lover. She's just a girl who lives that I am the one. But the kid is a mother. See, that's in the middle of the song. By the way. It's part of a different part of the song. It's not the beginning. It's not quite the end. It's part of the chorus, right? Right. See, that's educating you in how to sing, right? There's a difference. There's a difference. Even J Hud or, people like that who I know have to be seen or they're doing some kind of gimmick, right? I know. Now, all about an age when I can even do Aretha. Oh, I used to feel so uninspired. Ooh, ooh. Now, I also heard, though, Ray Charles could do his voice. Oh, I don't know if Jimmy Fox did, but I know who heard Ray Charles could. uh, Tell your mama, tell your pa, gonna take you back to Arkansas. Oh, oh. And that's impersonation. Right. That's another thing I'm teaching you. Through using a clip. That's a clip. That's a little bit of the song. That's fair use of the song. Right. How much you use? Well, enough for you to recognize the melody I'm singing. That's at least a sentence, right? Tell your mama, tell your pa, gonna take you back to Arkansas, right? Those are a few sentences of the song, right? It's not the whole song. It's not the whole song. I've done this before. I know you have. And it's like dragging chalk over a chalkboard sometimes, or scratching your nails on the chalkboard, right? I know. Especially if technology can do it too, right? And see, that's the problem. If you're using technology and I'm using my real voice, that's me. I'm really winning, right? Even if I can't like match Minnie perfectly, I'm telling you, part of it is fear. That if I do match her, what will the Rudolphs do? Maya herself and her father, or if he's still alive, and her dad should still be alive, right? For example, right? I don't know, right? I'm not wishing death on anyone, but we all live and die, right? Right. Only Jesus rose from the dead, by the way. Now, we're not sure what happened with Elisha or Enoch, or even Moses, maybe, but right. Two of them may have been translated into heaven, right? Meaning they went from human to angel, right? Do you know what that means? Christians and Jews, right? And Muslims, right? They are men who became angelic beings, right? See, we're a little lower than them, right? They're more gaseous beings compared to the sun, right? Or a star, right? We're compared to earthly beings or the animals on the planet, right? Right. We're in a hierarchy too, right? Meaning there's a phylum, there's a type of animal that's a certain type of animal. A cat ain't a dog, and a dog ain't a cat, and you can't breed a dog with a cat no matter how hard you try, right? Right, scientists? That's called a kind. Walking only by sight. Do you have eyes only or ears to hear? Ears to hear. See, that's what we Christians are saying, right? You have eyes to see, but not always ears to hear. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's enough.